Hello and welcome. My name is JM, and this is my second Alliance game of the day. I missed out on the last one because I had to go make some food, but I got to watch a little bit of it. It looks like they struggled a little bit in the lanes, but typical Alliance fashion, they certainly brought it back. So, bands that are coming out: a Darkseer, a Lycan, a Queen, and a Templar. That's a very interesting ban. I wonder if the Templar is in response to this Venno that got banned out by Team ENT? Like ENTs? The ENTs are marching? I wonder if this will be the ENT's last march. Or maybe it's ENT. I'm not really sure. Either way, I don't recognize any of the names on ENT. Neutron Star, Posing as Me, NRS, Sojak, and Wutir. But and then ENT, I don't know where I got that N from, is banned out a Venno, a Night Stalker, a Bat Rider, and a Void. So Clockwork SF, one of my favorite combos currently in Dota. SF gets to go to lane with just a ton of souls at level 1. Clockwork gets to go to the off lane and just have a field day. I think Clock's really strong right now. It's very difficult for solo supports to zone him out. And then past the initial synergy that they have, I think that SF, it's great for SF that Clock can trap somebody in his cogs and SF can just get some free raises that are really easy to hit. And a classic Alliance combo, Wisp Tiny. Oh boy, I'm so excited about this. I don't think you guys have any idea. This harkens way back to the original days of Alliance and No Tidehunter when Envy was on the team, and I'm very excited about this. With Era on the, I'm sure it's going to be Era on the Tony, and Pablo probably on the Wisp. I'm not sure if Hanskin plays the Wisp or not, but we should move on to ENTs. Oh, that final Broodmother ban. They've been watching Alliance games. They don't want to get cheesed. Well, they're probably going to get cheesed by this Tony Wisp. But they got Chikiro, Bounty, Troll, and Disruptor. So that means one of Chikiro, Bounty, or Disruptor is going to be a core. If I had to guess, it's going to be the Yakiro, because it's the best out of those three to be a core. Really, you could send Bounty offlane or solo safe to get some farm, but Shakira just does so much when he's given farm priority. I I don't know how good items like Ags are going to be on him this game, but a Yule Scepter, a Rod of Atos is going to be really good. Even stuff like Lotus Orb or a Hex in the later game can be really solid on Jikiro. So for Alliance, they want this last ban to be an offlaner. I don't really. They banned the sniper. Interesting, and just an immediate Beastmaster pickup gives that aura to everybody on the team, gives great push because of it. With that relocate setup, the global presence that it gives. Okay, so there's two conflicting styles here. ENT wants to sit and group up once Omni hits like level 10, level 11, maybe even level 12 to get that second point in his ultimate. So that's going to be, assuming everything goes the way ENT's planning, 20 to 26 minutes. And Alliance wants to play this really split pushy, split the map up, get ganks, backdoor towers, and just play not in ENT's face. And it makes me happy, but it also kind of makes me sad, because no matter what version of Alliance the team presents to us, they always have this this style of, we want to split the map, we want to control the towers that are being hit. And I have nothing against any of these Alliance players. I don't know if they're going to be good enough to do this at the highest level. Nothing against ENT, but this is an open qualifier. I guess it's a good idea for Alliance to try out strats here, but I'm cautiously optimistic to see what is going to be brought by this Alliance team.
This should be interesting.
What the hell? Oh no. I don't think I have control over my own camera, boys. Here, let's see if I can restart Dota. Reconnect. Okay.
Battle will commence in 30 seconds.
Okay, that was it. Awesome. But I don't have any of my terrains. That's okay. I don't need any of my fancy pantsy terrains for this. Good old fashioned Dota match. Alright. So, that era on the tiny. Oh my goodness, I am just all kinds of discombobulated. Alright. First Blood going the way of ENT. They wanted to invade, and they did invade. They certainly got a lot out of that. So, posing as me on the Troll Warlord, we have, I don't know how to pronounce his name, I'm just going to call him Disruptor. Soha. I have a really hard time with those. Ulter on the Omni Knight. And we've got Neutron Star on the Jakiro. I am missing this bounty hunter. NRS. Awesome. So it is a lot, or it's Era on the Tiny, just like I thought. Handskin on the Wisp. Not Pablo. Pablo's going to be on this support. Clockwork, who has trapped this bounty in these cogs. The creeps are going to block him on the way out and limp. Gonna just take that kill. Nice and easy. So, that was nice of them to get that kill for us right as I was scrolling past mid. Then we've got Jonas and Fam on this offlane Beastmaster. So, this Beastmaster can put a lot of pressure on this Disruptor, especially because the Disruptor doesn't have his nuke Thunderstrike at level 1. This Beastmaster's already level 2. It was worth getting Glimpse at level 1 if it helped them get that first blood, but it just means that this Beastmaster is going to get so much out of this lane. It's already hard to harass him with this boar. And if you don't have Thunderstrike level 1, it's just going to be very, very difficult. I hear Handskin's Wisp singing to me. He's happy that he got those runes. This Omni Knight against the tiny wisp. I don't really know that that tiny wisp can harass him out of lane super easily until they get some levels. Maybe level 4, maybe level 5, but that's the issue here. They didn't want to send the tiny IO mid because they were afraid that it was going to get wrecked by this Jakiro. So they sent Limp mid, and they're going to put this combo safe lane so that they have the better matchup with the Jakiro. The Omni Knight gets tossed back. Handskin doesn't have his spirits up, and they're just going to let him go with a free pass. Salve is up. Uther doesn't have any clarities, and I'm missing Clockwork kills. Where'd this Clockwork die at? He died bottom. Probably got too aggressive with Jonas and Fun. And so Jonas can deal with it because he's level 3 and he's got 2 points into boars, a point into axes, but this level 2 Clockwork probably just can't handle all of the harass that's going to be coming out from this troll. 2 points into glimpse now from Disruptor. He's not a super strong laner, but looks like this this Jakiro's in quite a bit of trouble. No, it's the bounty coming up from behind on Limp's Shadow Fiend, and they're taking him down. It's 1-3. This laning stage is not going quite the way Alliance want it to, I think. Ugh. I'm actually just so bad. If anybody's watching my stream, I might actually have to not upload this to YouTube. I'm so embarrassed I just did that. Whew. Perks of being a newbie streamer, huh? The bounty's level 3 with an arcane rune. Limp, 24 souls. Luckily, this Shadow Fiend is a hero that you can fall behind on every now and then. And by every now and then, I mean like every other game, and just not really care, because your comeback potential is just absolutely incredible. And this Omni Knight is in a lot of trouble. Clockwork, Pablo does not have Rocket, and they're not going to chase. And meanwhile, down bottom, Hanskin dies. Or, excuse me, Hanskin dies up top. It's like I preemminated that Hanskin was going to die. Shadow Fiend being chased to the jungle. To your grandmother's house we go. This bounty is going to move up. Does not get dusted. And Jonas Fan is 0-2 down in this lane. Maybe I was incorrect by the amount of pressure that he was going to be able to put on this troll disruptor lane. I certainly thought that there's going to be a lot of pressure coming out from this Beastmaster. Maybe it's some unfamiliarity, or maybe Beastmaster's just not that strong right now. I don't know. But either way, NRS is down here on this bounty, looking to get some ganks off. Glimpse comes back. Beastmaster, Jonas Fan is going to feed another kill. Absolutely. Oh goodness. Oh no. And Limp. Do I actually have my stream going? I do. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Boy. Era level 5. Hanskin level 5 as well. Clearing out some of these creep camps. Level 6 on Omni, but as is tradition, no one wants to get ult at level 6. They want to be these greedy Omni players who farm and don't rotate around to their teams until level 11 or level 12. So back to my earlier thought when I was when we were talking about the drafting before my stream got all fucked up. There's just these different styles of Dota that are really going to be present right now. SF going to get gone on. Pablo got 2 people in the cogs, but I think that's going to put him in more trouble than it's going to put the enemy team. So it's a 1 for 2, and sure, Pablo gets the kill on the bounty, but they lose him and the SF. And this Neutron Star, 2-1 and 2 with 36 CS. Limp out farming everybody by 1.5 miles, 58 and 33. I know probably 12 of those came from the early clockwork, but let's take a look at net worth really quickly. Not a whole lot going on. And Era Avalanche comes out trying to get Wolter and NRS off his back. And Hanskin is in so much trouble on this Wisp this game. He feels pressured from all sides. Everybody is the enemy. From the glimpse to the heals coming out from the Omni to this bounty just being able to get on him from the back lines along with the track. There are no safe spaces for this Wisp this game. Neutron Star looks like he's about ready to pick up his full veil in sub 11 minutes. Era looking like he's gonna pick up a Drums of Endurance. Is that item been around the loop? First it was OP, then Valve nerfed it, then it was good, then Valve nerfed it again, and now then it was really, really bad, and now people are starting to see its value again, so it's starting to come back into the meta, and I'm sure the Cold Toad is gonna nerf the shit out of it again, just like what he did with Helm of the Dominator. And I think, Era is certainly taking a lot of damage here. Nice relocate out. I would have just panicked the shit out of that and just relocated immediately. So that's relocate down, but the Tiny doesn't die. Hanskin has bottle plus urn, no boots. I think the first person I saw run Io with no boots recently was Zai. And everybody I've seen since is just like, ooh, no boots. Zai does it, so it must be awesome. NRG, moving up a little bit, trying to see if he can get some tracks off. Gets one off on the Beastmaster. The immediate ping comes out. They know they can't catch up with him, though. This Tiny took full use of when he was in base to get his Drums of Endurance. And this troll could be quite a problem for several members of Alliance this game. Wisp. I'm not sure this was the... I'm not sure that this was the Wisp game to play. I really, really like the nostalgia factor of IO Tiny. I think it's still a great combination. And this Troll Warlord goes down. That was a hook shot coming up from Pablo. That was a very, very nice kill on Pablo. NRS, trying to get some levels. I see some drawings coming out. Limp is 103 CS at 12 minutes. Oh boy, this could absolutely be a game where Limp just gets out of control. He didn't even have that great of a laning phase. He's 4-2-1, but he just has managed to find all kinds of farm. I hear a lot of spells going off, but no one's quite dead yet. Tiny, with the toss in, posing as me, running around, got slowed down there for a second by the boar. A lot of spells were used.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
The tower itself gets denied. That's what you get when you lane up against Jakiro. Omni Knight looking for that real late Handamitis. He didn't do too hot in the lane. 63 CS right now. Level 9. I guess that's not awful. I really, really like that he got this early point in Guardian in GA. I think that too many Omnis neglect that initial point, especially in the pro scene, which I just don't understand. NRS taking some wards off the map. Alliance don't really want to fight. They're just going to trade safe lane T1s. One for the other. Limp gonna sit back and just smack this tower. BKB queued up next on the SF, level 12, the plus 20 attack speed. The Tony gets taken down in mid lane. Looked to me like Wisp tried to relocate him out and just was not able to do it in an appropriate manner. Handskin gonna fall? Not sure how Neutron Star got that. But Alliance in the meantime took the bottom tower, TP top, and then denied the top tower. I don't understand why that keeps popping up. Is this Beastmaster going for a Necro book? He is. Oh my. Necro level 1, probably to help that farm speed going on. And there is a significant Roche attempt happening right now. Alliance know now because of the Pablo rocket into the pit, but it's down past a quarter health. Very, very nice play by the bounty hunter. Knows where Pablo's going to try and hook into. Tiny tosses the bounty into the pit. Roche falls. Posing as me, the Troll Warlord takes it. Tiny, fallen low. Wisp is going to die. They burned the Aegis, but they lost both supports for it. And they lost... They lost the Tiny for it, too. They did not have Beastmaster there. They did not have Beastmaster Roar, and they didn't have Blink Dagger on anybody. They had no hard initiation besides the clock, and then the clock hooked into the bounty who was standing in front of the pit. So if the bounty isn't there and the clock hooks into the pit, maybe they get that. But as soon as Pablo didn't hook where he wanted to hook, I don't know. I just don't think that feeding away all of that gold was the right play for Alliance to do. But at least they don't have to worry about Troll with Aegis just coming out to backstab him. Era building BKB next. tossing creeps back and forth. Kind of fun to watch if you don't think that they're sadly watching their entire families get murdered around them as Era throws them like they're on a really shitty roller coaster. But, you know, it's fun. Pablo, 60 seconds until hook. I think he tried for a solo kill on this bounty hunter who was level 9. 0, 3, and 11 with 12 CS. It's not awful. Jonas and Fam. T-Pain. See, this is what Alliance wants to do. They just want to split this map up, have Limp, farm, get fat, get your BKB. Era's kind of the secondary carry here. He's the high magic burst. If I get enough farm, I can have a lot of physical burst with my fucking tree. But Limp is the one true carry in this build, I believe. And if he's getting farm, then Alliance can feel not satisfied with how the game's going, but they don't have to worry as much if Limp is getting really good farm, which it looks like he is. He's got an 18-minute Dragonlance BKB. I'm worried that Alliance is gonna nice kill on the bounty, and there's a angry man shouting, and the clock gets thrown in. That was a wonderful play by Era there. Wooter, I don't think he's going to get out of this. He's got Repel on him. Alliance are going to chase him to the ends of the earth. Nicely. That's just beautiful teamwork by Era and Pablo there. I didn't even think about that when I saw this Tiny. But the Tiny clock combo, where the clock doesn't need to hookshot in, is just awesome. Troll CPing out. BKB coming out next from him. Both of these teams want to fight. This is one of the few times where I'd rather a team that I like be pretty greedy. I apologize. I have caster impartiality. I do not like one of these teams over the other one. But I would like both of these teams to be a little greedier with their one position cores. I think rushing this SF into a BKB just encourages him to sit there and fight really early on when I don't know if Alliance can do that. Their late game is good. They don't have to fight. Rushing this SF into BKB just slows down his farming speed. Yeah, he's got a double damage rune right now, but I really don't think much is going to come of this. Unless Pablo can get a great hook shot. Hook shot comes in. 1 raise, 2 raise, and that is 1 dead Troll Warlord. And they brought the whole cavalry in for that. Io comes in, the Tiny comes in, and all of a sudden, Alliance are in a very threatening position on this base. You know, I say that. They have a Jakiro. That base is not in danger unless Tiny wants to just blink in and just go ham. But I don't think he's gonna do that. So a little bit of damage done on the tower. There's still some T2s that are up. And this game is probably much, much closer than Alliance want it to be. 2k gold at 22 minutes with 4,000 experience. Tiny went back for Hand of Midas after his Blink Dagger, so I think Era just subconsciously agreed with me where Alliance do want to take it late. They know that they can. They know that they probably should, so that they can avoid these really tall power spikes that come out when Omni has Guardian Greaves or when Troll has BKB +1 item. Like even BKB Vlad's and a Yasha is just a huge power spike for Troll because of all of the right clicking that he can do. And Pablo is sitting in this clump of trees one more time, hoping that some foolish Radiant core, I'm looking at you, Troll, is going to come farm these Ancients. And they're gonna kill this Jakiro. Toss comes out. Clockwork hooks in. The Disruptor. Oh boy. This, that bounty was in the wrong place at the wrong damn time. Especially considering that Jonas and Fun is just going to push down this T2. While the rest of Alliance make their way up to this T3. There's a couple tracks out on the Alliance heroes, but Limp's farmed enough that he can just sit here and chunk down this T3. Furious pings are coming out from Limp. They're gonna glimpse Era back, and Alliance just are the kings of not giving a fuck. Handskin relocates to the T2 so that they can push that middle creep wave in. And I think Pablo is pretty much dead here. It was a nice idea to hookshot across. And sure, they kill him. But Alliance got well over 1,000 damage onto that tower, and they got a couple hundred damage onto this tower. I don't understand why teams just don't first pick a treant into Alliance. Like this is just Alliance's MO. I don't care who's been on the team. I don't care what offlaner or what mid player they've had. It's like a culture thing that gets handed down from generation to generation, right? It's like Browns football. No matter what era of Browns football that you're a part of, they're historically bad. That's like, that was a beautiful relocate gank, all set up by that Primal Roar. And this is something that I don't know how you can ever prepare to play against, right? You see the Beastmaster, and in Disruptor, dropped ult, this Clockwork is on the verge of dying. He is going to die. He gets a dust off before he does fall. This is 10-second BKB on this Troll, and the Troll is running away with his 10-second BKB. There goes the Bounty Hunter. But back to my point. No, this is absolutely a generational thing. That was Guardian Angel popped by this Omni Knight. He's just smacking Jonas and Fan, but I don't know. Era looks like he could be in trouble, and then you remember that he's got Handskin backing him up. Era gonna toss the Omni Knight up and down, and they've lost the Wisp for the core and the offlaner. And then Limp is just gonna come in, clean up. It's a 3 for 3 right now, but Limp is still alive. And that was a beautiful hook shot in by Pablo. Oh, what a player. What a player. They forced the troll buyback. Pablo drops down some cogs. Limp might have overstayed his welcome here. He has absolutely overstayed his welcome here. He can't get off BKB, and the Bachelor just bashed him to death. So, what looked really, really solid for the fight turned out to be actually not that great. Let's see the fight recap. 4 for 5 with 2 buybacks coming out on the Radiant side. Poor Alliance. I don't know why I'm saying poor Alliance. This is great play. A great play recognizing the glimpse opportunities for... Oh shit, I've forgotten this team's name already. I'm so sorry if you guys listened to me in the replay. But yeah. It's been a long day of Dota. Pablo hooks in, tries to get the Aegis of Immortality, does not quite get it. He was really, really close. I always like those game-winning plays, playing to win as opposed to playing to lose. Chikiro denied a tower. Not quite sure which tower. But this Chikiro has a lot of farm. Oh, maybe I'm just used to seeing really poor supporting Chikiros. I wonder what it'd be like to have all this kind of farm at 29 minutes. But that does not matter. The Hood of Defiance is probably going to go into the pipe. The pipe's it's gonna be pretty effective. I actually don't know how this Radiant team deals with SF when he gets his butterfly, because Troll is not anywhere close to an MKB. And sure, they have a lot of magic damage, but if this SF gets it, that's like, he attacks super fast, he attacks super hard, and he's still got 9 seconds of magic immunity. Like, they don't have any BKB piercing disables to deal with Limp when Limp turns on BKB. So Limp turns on BKB, pikes himself forward, and then this Radiant team just has to run away. Just Delta split or use Omni ult. And I don't actually know what Yozen and Fan, I butchered that name, was doing down here. Maybe trying to test out how good Talisman of Evasion is just by itself, but what a weird place to be. Bounty Hunter? How many times has Hanskin died this game? 6! Just as much as Pablo. I'm actually very impressed that it hasn't been more. There's a Tinker Ward up here. And Limp. Limp has his butterfly, boys. Pablo acting as a guard dog, making sure that no one touches his precious core. As I think that might have been some kind of record for a 31-minute shrine. Like, Limp just melted that building. Ooh, Troll died, which is very, very interesting. These people keep getting picked off in places I honestly don't think that they should. Nice read from Hanskin. Understanding that NRS was there, moving up and out as to fool the opponents, and then sitting there. Ooh, not quite. They're going to find the disruptor. He was stuck in between a rock and a hard place. I don't think that he was getting out regardless of what he did there. It's always good to just sit and hope and pray.
Radiant has fortified its structures. Radiant's top barracks is under attack.
So that's fortify, and all of a sudden, for as well
Bottom tower has fallen.
as Radiant was playing, they got picked off a couple times.
Radiant's top barracks has been destroyed. Radiant's middle tower is under siege.
There's some BKBs on some good cores. Tiny doesn't want to use BKB just yet. Jakiro ult comes out. Fuck you! Get out of my base! So, there's a tower. 29 HP. And Jonas and Fawn still is not pushing with this team. The constant side lane pressure coming out from this Beastmaster is just absolutely incredible.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
So, oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's so shitty. Jonas and Fun with the rat plays with the boars. That's actually really disheartening. I'm sure Radiant is gonna go back and they're gonna look at this game and they're gonna say we were so close so many different times and we just get outmaneuvered. And it's so easy to do when you're against a team that has a bunch of wily veterans. SF pops BKB. SF channeling Requiem of Souls. Requiem goes. Troll. Glimmer caped up. Nice hook shot coming out from the Clockwork. Tiny is just sitting in this field and just right-clicking fools. Tosses the Omni Knight at the Troll. So instead of healing the Troll, the Omni Knight definitely hurt him. And this is, that's 4-man wipe. Or, I guess it's not a wipe, but yeah, that is definitely some GGs coming out. So, well played by Alliance. It definitely looked kind of rocky there for a little bit, but I always had faith in them. If you enjoyed this cast, my name is JM Dota. You can find me at my Twitter handle at that, or you can follow me on Twitch, JM_1800. Alright, so